Howdy folks, it's Dalton here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are in the middle of the Mediterranean coast bush trip. Leg 2 today, one leg per video, which means we had the long introduction in the previous video, so let's just get right to flying. Alright, looks like it's going to be another sunrise departure. I think they're all going to be that way. Let's prepare and refuel. And 8 o'clock local time again. Alright, let's zoom that out a little bit. We don't quite need it to be that zoomed in. Anything we need to do over here? Yep, we need to get rid of that. And wind is already on. And we need this for this leg because we are not using GPS for this leg because we left the sim. So we're going to fly without a pilot so we can sightsee but navigate on our own using the navlog the way it is meant to be done. Alrighty, let's see flaps down. They are now. Let's hop outside and have a look at our surroundings. Oh, how gorgeous is that? The mountains in the background. And if you recall, we had to come over the mountains. It was a bit dramatic in the first leg. Hopefully it won't be as dramatic in the second leg. Drama is best suited for reality TV, not Flight Simulator. Anyway, alright, nice sunrise flight. We're going to have to get over the mountains to get out of here. So we are going to climb steeply and to about 6,000 feet to get out of here. And then hopefully we can stay low to the ground for most of the rest of it so we can see stuff better. We often talk about that's the trade-off. If you want to see stuff, you stay low, but then you gotta go up and down with the train, which adds to time. And if you got the time and you don't mind the extra work, go for it. But it's nice to just pick your altitude where you can cruise along and not have to change, but then you don't get to see things if you have to climb mountains. So, because you're too high. All right, here we go. Where are we headed today? We're headed to LEAM today. Rio Guadalfeo, Rio Guadalfeo, which is river something river. After lifting off, head to the east-southeast to visit that river, a small river in the mountains above the Mediterranean. 8 minutes plus for that one, so we'll just read about that and come back for the rest of it. This is the longest leg, I believe, of the whole bush trip, which is okay with me. I don't like them when they get much longer than this. 104 degrees for 8 minutes. I know that's going to re-expand after we get back to it, but we'll be fine. 108, which is back this way, so we have to make quite a turnaround. We will use autopilot so we can sightsee. I could probably just grab this and be faster, but why do it easy when there's the hard way? Alright, so we're going to turn around. Autopilot will set up. We're going to use heading today, heading bug. We're going to climb at 600 feet per minute. Now 300 feet per minute, because I said so. Alrighty, I have the hiccups. Don't know why. Alrighty, I'm going to head out, cross over this stuff again, and then back to the coast. So, here we go. Parking brake off, which means it's probably on. Yeah, if you don't touch the parking brake, it's on. If you do touch the parking brake, it's on. So you got to do it twice. Hopefully we have enough runway here. I didn't really back taxi to the end. I should have maybe I should have back taxied. Oh boy. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's get to about 62 or 58 or whatever. Come up. Up. Brakes to stop the wheels. Do not hit the trees. Whew. Okay. Flaps coming in. We won't set the timer until we turn around. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is this? Oh, look at that. Oh, to be walking down there with your significant other or friends or both. You never know. Just probably not kids. Unless they're mature enough to not run into the woods and you lose them. Alright, turning it around now. Keeping our altitude or our climb. I'm still hand flying out of here just because I can. And where it is, there we go, 108. Whoops, you blew through it because I was looking over out the window. Alrighty, here we go. Keep back on the stick, on the yoke. Come on. Keep climbing. And let's get back on track. Alright, time to start the timer now. Right about there. And keep your climb, please. Turtle, you can do it. And we do this for about 8 minutes, and we're looking for the river. We're going to follow this river. And then, we will read about the next thing in 8 minutes. Sorry, I was thinking, well, I guess we're going to go to a river because there's not a river in the direction we're going. Alrighty, can we engage autopilot? I think we can. because my hand is getting sore here because I want to look around. Okay, good. Whoa. Autopilot did not engage. What? Yes, it did. What? That was weird. That was a very strange handoff. Anyway, let's not introduce any more drama. Alright, after that last leg. So there we go. Looking back the way we came, because we came through here the first time. We came over this river, like this, and then we circled around here to land. But in this case, do we really not have enough power to... What? Nose down before we stall. Man, flaps are in, gears fixed. Why am I having a hard time climbing here? If I bring back mixture, it does not, oh, it increases a little bit. And 10% back in, there we go. I was looking over here in my silence. Alrighty, so we're looking for a river, which if we zoom out, we're not going to be able to see. So in here somewhere, it could be that. It has to be more, no, it has to be farther than that. Anyway, stumbling across our start, rambling, and getting distracted. So you all know the drill. During these little sections, I shut my mouth and let you enjoy the scenery for yourself. And I'll be back when it's time to make our next move. Alright, so I'm assuming the river we're looking for is this one. Because if we look at our timer, we're about that far away. So we get to this river, we'll make our turn. Ooh, keep an eye on those RPMs, they're getting kind of high. But I wanted to look ahead and see what we're doing. Yeah, we're turning south, exactly. Okay, so we're going to go along the river. It says, turn to the south, heading back toward the Mediterranean Sea and fly over the town of Motril, which is nestled between the mountains and the sea. So along the river some here, there's going to be a city. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go to the river here and turn 191 degrees. And we can probably start coming down at altitude too. Look at the wind farm up there. Actually in the middle of your screen. More wind farm stuff. And then... whoa, that's right, you can go outside in this one. There we go, we can hang out outside in this aircraft. Yeah, so somewhere between here and the sea is a town. It could be that one, could be that one, could be that one. But anyway, let's start heading that way. 191, I think it said. So here we go. Gonna reset the timer in a moment. There's 191. Let's look out of the window. The other side, please. Thank you. Gotta get the person controlling my camera views here to pay attention. Alright, yeah, so somewhere there's a town. Somewhere. And, just thinking about our altitude here for a second. If we want to look ahead, alright, yeah, this is pretty much along the coast, as it should be. And if you look at the map of the coast, or the terrain of the coast, it's all pretty low. So I think we can come down. So let's come down. Watch those RPMs again. Come down to, let's go down to 2,700. So we can see things better. Vertical speed goes down. We will capture our selected altitude. Alrighty, I'm going to keep my throttles back a little bit here so we don't end up in the yellow. But we'll just take a nice slow descent. Restart the timer because there's supposed to be a town out here somewhere. Alrighty, what did I say? 3 minutes for that? We're probably already a minute and a half into it, so let's hop outside together. Well, there's a view. And just look around a little bit. And then we'll read about the next point of interest in a moment. It very well could have been that town. I don't know. I don't know, because that was pretty close to our turn, though. What else do we have in here? I mean, we got a pretty big city here. Right? Could be this town. Could be that town. I have no idea. I'm confident it's that town. Because I have to pick one. Alrighty, here we go. Coming down to what? We're at 5,100. Keep an eye on our speed so we don't overstop. I was reading the stop. Overspeed. Let's reset the timer. I think we're at Motril. Let's read about what we're doing next. Let's see. Castel de Ferro. Set a course to the east-southeast and visit the coastal village of Castel de Ferro. Not Ferro. Castel or is it Castel? Castel de Ferro. Alrighty. 3.5 minutes for that. 102 degrees. So let's come back. 102 degrees. Whoops. Don't mess that up. Come on. There we go. 102. Look out the window on this side now as we go over what I assume is Motril. I think. And I'll give you some silence for my voice in a moment once we get in position here. Because what we're looking for, another city, right? Coastal village. 3.5 minutes out. So it's probably that right there. That's what I'm guessing. But anyway, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I think we're quite a bit ahead of schedule here. And I also hope we don't run into that hill in front of us. We might have been a little excited about our descent to 2,700, so let's just bring that up a little bit. So either the town is around this hill, or we are ahead of schedule, so I don't know what it's going to be, but we're pretty much almost there. I really want to say it's after this hill. Just because I want to say it's after this hill. So let's hop outside together and take a peek here as we come around the mountain. Hopefully we go around the mountain or over the mountain and not through it, because that would be a big bummer. And there's our town, as I expected it to be. Very good. Alrighty, so let's look at the next thing here. We'll look at the town in a second. I just want to get prepared. So we want to go 68 degrees to La Mamola. Follow the coastline east, south, east, northeast to arrive at the resort of La Mamola. A resort, huh? What kind of resort? I want to visit a resort. 68 degrees for 2 minutes and some change, and there's your village. Right there. Here's literally your village. Alrighty, cool. So what is this 68 degrees? 68 degrees, and I'm kind of second guessing my altitude here, because those hills rise very quickly. But we'll see. Was it 68 or 62? 68. Oops, 68. What do you think? Think we should climb? Man, what do we do for direction after this? 89, which is more to the right. Okay, we'll be good, because it just goes along, it literally skirts the coast. Okay, we'll be fine. If we get too close to the mountains, we'll turn early, and then just stay on the water, you know. So, that's what we'll do. So 2 minutes only, so we will look for the town. Oh yeah, we have to look back at our village. I promised you, didn't I? Hang on, let's reset this. And look back at our village. There it is. There's your village. Adorable. They even have a bridge. Alrighty, so we are looking for another little town up here. A whopping 2 minutes out. We're halfway there. So what are we going to do after this? After this, we're going to turn to 89 degrees for 6 minutes. And look for the coastal city of Adra. Okay. And then after that, there's another... Oh, no, not a city. There's a nature reserve, which protects the freshwater estuary of the Gulf of Valencia. Cool. Okay, so we're going to look for a little town, another city, and then we're going to look for this natural reserve. So 89 degrees, as soon as we get to the coast, I'll hit 89 degrees. 7, 8, 9 minutes out, maybe 8 minutes out. And then we'll come back together and we'll talk again when we get here. So a town, city, water reserve, and then you'll see me again. What's a water reserve look like on here? That's where we're headed. So I don't know where this water reserve is. Maybe, no. You have to be able to see it. Maybe it's here. I don't know. But it's time to turn to 89 degrees before we run into the mountain. And we'll stay at 89 degrees, and they'll stay at 89 degrees, and they'll go, yeah, basically stay at 89 degrees. Okie dokie. I'm going to put this away because the airport is actually in view. Alright, follow the coast for a while, and then, so you got a town, a city, and then a water reserve, and you'll hear my voice again. Excited or not. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, it's time to read about the next thing here. We gotta stay on course. Now I feel like we're getting too low, but whatever. Where are we headed? We're down here somewhere to Agua Dulce. Something like that. Set an east-northeast heading, 78 degrees. We'll do that in a second. Flying over both water and land. So I think we're actually a little behind schedule here in terms of talking. To visit Agua Dulce. Dulce, which lies on the Gulf of Almería. Then after that, we go to Almeria, which I'm sure people are familiar with. It's right here, right before the airport. Continue to head to Almeria. Struggling, continuing on your heading to Almeria. City note of Moorish fortress overlooks the Gulf of Almeria. So we're going to fly along here. I'll change our heading in a little bit. Probably over here I'll change our heading so we don't run into the mountains. And then we'll look for this fortress and then land at the airport. And that is all I have to say till we come in for our landing. I'll see you. Hang on, I'm looking at that city under the wing. I'll see you, I guess, in a little bit. Enjoy. Okie dokie, it's time to talk again. I almost want to come back to this city that we just saw in sightseeing. There's so much to look at. It's worth looking at again. I love all the little pools, especially that one there. Probably a ton of vacation destinations in that little area, plus all along the coast. And it looks like we got some tunnels going on here. That's pretty cool. Well, let's look out to the ocean. The vast, vast ocean. Alrighty, so there's supposed to be a fortress up here in the city. The airport is a little ways behind it. I haven't spotted the airport yet. It's kind of hard in the sun, but we will figure it out as we get closer. But mainly I'm hoping we can see this fortress, because it does say fortress, right? Moorish fortress that overlooks the Gulf. So hopefully we will see that. We will use the outside view, and then the runway should be directly in front of us. Up there directly in front of us. Fly straight in, huh? We will have to see. Alright, so let's hop outside now, I guess, and look behind us first at the hills and the mountains and the other cities and towns and villages. Oh, there they get a bridge. And there they get something else. Alright, oh, another little town down there, you see that? Another little village, another little community. Reminds you of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. One of the tracks was along the coast like this, through some towns. Alright, do we see a Moorish fortress that overlooks the Gulf? And do we see a runway? We're also looking for the runway, ultimately. Usually you can use the trick of looking for something that is standing out like a cartoon. If it's handmade, I don't see anything like that yet, probably because of the sun. I'm actually more interested in all of these bridges. What if that was the fortress? What if that was the fortress? That would be funny, because I don't see any fortresses. I see an Olympic swimming pool type thing and some awesome buildings, but I don't see a Moorish fortress that overlooks the Gulf. Unless that's it right there. No, that's not it. They would make it look better than that. I'll probably see it in editing. It'll probably be really obvious. But as I scan right now, anticipating an airport, see the airport? I was having a hard time looking for the fortress. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna have to... Should we slip it? We haven't slipped it in a while. Let's do... Oh, whoa. Right rudder, left wing. Hello? There we go, that's better. Slipping it, we are coming down very quickly, but not gaining speed. We're still not gonna make it. Okay, forget the slip. Let's actually... So what we could do is fly over, do a traffic pattern. That's what we should do, but we're not going to. We are going to corkscrew down using the ocean, just because we haven't been over water for a while like this. So corkscrew down we go. Alright, we'll level off and soften our descent a little bit, which will also help us lose some speed. Let's not drop below 1,000 feet, even though we just did. So we'll give a little bit more throttle to level us off here. There we go. Come on, a lot more throttle to level us off. Thank you. That's good. Alrighty. Well, let's not get any speed, though. Use pitch for your speed, throttles for your descent. And there's our runway. Perfect. Alrighty. First set of flaps. Look out the window super quickly one final time here. The horizon of the Earth, and then I do not see Moorish Fortress. I'm going to have to look that up on Google afterwards and go back and check editing and see if I can find it. Alrighty, we'll do a second set of flaps in a moment. We'll just do 2 flaps for this landing. And soft and easy. Easy peasy, squeezing lemons. 2 sets of flaps now, I think. Yep. Right? I think so. Alright. Come on down. And trim back. I'm really fighting this yoke for no apparent reason. Whoa, that's right. Trim is all weird. You bump trim one way and it like resets and then you gotta go back to where you were. It's very strange. Don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody. Anyway, I really want to look out the window, but if I did, we would totally botch this wonderful approach. Hopefully the landing will be just as good as the approach. Then we'll wrap up this leg, which will be wrapping up this video because we do 1 leg per video. Unless the legs are really short, which may be the case near the end of this trip. But right now we just want to land. We want to touch down softly. There's no crosswind, so we can grease it if we want to. If there were crosswind, that'd be a different story. There we go, ground effects. There we go, nice and soft. And there we go. Didn't even know we touched it, did ya? I'm keeping the nose wheel up as long as possible. There we go, nose wheel down. And flaps coming in. And hopefully we get that save icon. There it is. Okie dokie. Not too bad, only a few minutes longer than it's supposed to be, but you know the drill. 1 leg per video, like I just said. So like, subscribe so you know when leg 3 drops, and I'll see you then.